this is amazing. It was clash heads again. This is like Chaz Mostyn and Cam Water.
For the first time here for season 3. Davis on pole, Vandergren in second. It's going to be sprint round action here tonight. Let's go racing here at Daytona. It was a good start there from Davis in comparison to Vandergren in behind. Cowan's absolutely bogged it up and already dropped out of the top 3 here as they come down towards turn 1 for the first time. There's biffing and barging between Gallen and Cowan. These guys are still going at it after last season. They survived for this time by though. Through turn 2 and 3 they come. Nice and clean, boys. Keep it up as they come up to...
I love riding. It's a real social thing. There's a great bond between riders.
Every weekend I look forward to getting out there. It's a freedom like no other.
Riding to work is a great way to start the day.
Shannon's insure all types of road bikes, not just classics. They offer features riders really want. It's why they're one of Australia's leading motorcycle insurance providers.
Whatever you ride,
Whatever you ride,
Whatever you ride,
ride with Shannon's.
Call 134646 for a quote.
Through turn 1, it was a horrible start from De Bono, who's absolutely bogged it up and gets eaten alive by Dixon and Gowans as they come on through. Through turn 1 they come, and they all spread out around in towards the first sector of the Silverstone circuit. They look all right at the moment. Okay, there's already been a car spun round. That's Jordan Ferguson off wide.
Is green, green, green at Road Atlanta here as well. Faulkner did get away. De Bono is tucked in as well. Unfortunately, Houghton is on that outside line. De Bono does want to turn it to turns. He's got the job. De Bono's overtaken. Now can he get Ben Faulkner up through turns 2 and 3? They go round the right-hander, dropping down the hill. Faulkner's out in front. De Bono second. Houghton third. Ratcliffe in fourth. No real dramas going into turn 1.
We've always had a few cars. They're all special. The T-Bird.
Oh, that's mine.
The Combi for when we want to get away. The XR8.
It's going to be a classic.
They're all insured with Shannon's,
We've also got Shannon's home and contents cover.
which helps protect our automotive collectibles, tools and memorabilia in the home and garage. If you're motoring enthusiasts like us, it's got to be.
Shannon's.
Shannon's, insurance for motoring enthusiasts. Call 134646 for a quote.
This is amazing. It was clash heads again. This is like Chaz Mostyn and Cam Waters. Almost the same situation. Better contact going down the hill. Sam Noble wants to sniff on Dave Coleman now. Sam Noble bottle right now because tell you what, Bruce Tanek and Jamie Dyke just absolutely drove away from us. Hayden trying to go around the outside. This is where he could have just sent it up the inside, but he hasn't implemented it, which is fair enough. It's very scary out there, ladies and gentlemen. Let's see if we get a good run. Dodds just absolute think about it. It's a really nice move. Blake Delaney had to move out of the way.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the SRW TV Shannon's GR86 National Season 3, Round 2. And this time we're at Circuit de Navara in Spain. 3.89 kilometres of what plans to be some absolutely epic racing. If you use miles, it's 2.444 miles. Well, what can we say about Round 1 at Donington? Well, rain-soaked, absolutely chaotic. It was, well, very, very interesting. I'm JB. I'll be in the booth with Mr. Steve Sinkovic here again this evening. But let's catch up with you on the standings of Round 1. Of course, it is only Round 1. It don't really mean a massive deal at the moment. But in the AMs, it's Greg Johnson out in front with Thomas Donoghue in second place. Stephanie Pickley got third with Jason Depp finishing in fourth in the standings. Phil Butland fifth. Kevin Wakefield sixth. Then David Simmons, Russell Gander, Brendan Soper, Ronald Allen, Shannon Wright, Brent Wassell, Ben Simpson, Shane Nowens and Aston Davis. In the Pro-Am situation, it is Blake Fitzpatrick out in front on 127 with Chris Tomlin on 106, Tony Baker on 96 and Dean Sinkovic on 95. Then you've got Dan Batouche, Josh King, Cam Hardwick, Matt Feely, Ryan Price and Wayne Edwards. In the Pro standings, yes, the Pros, surprise, surprise, it's our very own Mr. Ben Faulkner, top in the standings on 185 points, and Sam Chapman in second on 169, Jackson Pringle in third with 166, it's Familiar Motorsports 123, split by Dylan DeBono on 162, before Jamie Christian from Vermilion again brings in the top five. Then you've got Tim Harris, Carl Avery, Sam Christian, Shane Radcliffe, Dan Byrne, Doug Gowans, Josh Houghton, Mitch Noble, David Gallo and Sam Catagazinos at the back there. The schedule itself, well, ladies and gentlemen, we're at Circuit de Navarro. This is on today. Then we're going to the Algarve circuit next week. Then we're heading off to Circuit de Lebanon, Circuit Zandvoort, Motorsport Arena, Oschersleben. Red Bull Ring will be on into September, and then we've got the Hungaro Ring and finishing off the season at Knock Hill. It's going to be very, very interesting. Stay with us and we can see how these cars get on. Steve, welcome in, dear sir. How are you?
I'm pretty damn good, mate. It's been fun, and just ignore my message I just sent you. It's all hunky dory, mate. I'm having a blast. Massive shit going on behind the scenes in my life, and I just love to come in here and forget about everything, watch the awesome racing these guys put on, listen to your voice, mate, and just have an absolute blast.
Yeah, it's going to be absolutely very, very interesting here. They've got 15 turns to master here at Navarro. Thanks so much if you are in YouTube chat. Scott Martin, welcome in. Thanks so much for joining us. Don't forget to like, subscribe, turn on the bells, and do all that other fancy jazz that you can do for completely free on YouTube as well. Okay, we'll touch on round one, right? How can we explain round one after what we saw at a rain-soaked Donny?
Oh, mate, it's like, where do you begin and where do you end? It was just action all the way through. We had people taking liberties of corners. We had people that were really fast, a lot of people spinning. And then we had some epic battles as well. And it was, I think it was a bit more like a soap opera or maybe a Shakespearean play, mate, with Macbeth when someone had to die at the end. But it was, I loved it. I still love it. And the boys are out there now doing qualifying, and they're already, look at them, they're already five deep, and it's qualifying. They're racing for a track clearance.
Yeah, I think that's the thing. What do we, we saw Ben Faulkner take a double win last week. We saw Dan Batouche get a win in the Pro-Ams. Greg Johnson get a double win in the AMs. Are we setting a precedent early, do we think? Or do we think, right, okay, we've got round one. It was absolutely rain-soaked. We don't need to look too much into it. Anything can happen. We know Ben Faulkner never had his own way in practice, right? I believe it was Sam Chapman top in the order in practice. What are we hoping that there's challenges to Faulkner there?
I think look, he's not going to have it his home way as easy as he did last season, I think. I think there's factors in here. There's a big grid, so that means qualifying is not going to be as easy unless you get yourself a good place. And this is why I love such a big qualifying and everyone out there, because it throws a cat amongst the pigeons. The best guys don't always get their best lap times in as well. And you know what? In his own team, he's got 2 or 3 guys in there that can actually beat him. So it might be a bit more track-specific sort of stuff, and also depending on how busy uni gets for him.
Now that's something we're going to have to look and see how that one works out as well. Now, the Pro-Am's a little bit more of a mix-up. We had Batouche, Fitzpatrick, Tomlin, even your brother grabbed the podium last week. Matty Feely got one as well. That was a little bit more jumbled. Do we think the Pro-Am's possibly could be one of the ones that is still wide open going towards the mid of the season?
I think so. I think you nailed it, mate. I think it's going to be the Pro-Ams and the Ams. It's not as defining as the Pros. The Pros, you'd probably pick 3 or 4. In the Ams and the Pro-Ams, I think it's going to be a little bit more, because there's such a big grid, and it's like you don't get that good start, 1 or 2 races, and it's going. Have a look at perfect example, Dougie Gowans. We know he's fast. He's usually up the front. Both races last week, he ended up on his roof. So it's one of those things. You've got to qualify well, get yourself in a good position, and stay clean. I think the first 2 laps, and then go from there. We'll see people maybe like Josh, my boy Josh. He's usually very, very keen and very observant about what's going on around him. Guys like that who are a little bit on the tentative side get through those first few laps clean, and then they can race after that. So patience is going to be the key.
Yeah, I think so. But you mentioned the AMs there as well. It takes us on to nicely onto the fact that we had, obviously, Greg Johnston got the double win in the AM. Thomas Donoghue got both of the podiums. Obviously, Thomas new into the season this season. Third place, though, that was a little bit more of a mix-up. We had, obviously, Russell Gander taking third in the first race. Stephanie Piccoli grabbed third in the second race. You say about the Pro-Ams being open, but do we think the AMs could be a little bit more open than what we're expecting? Obviously, with Greg Johnston taking a double win, it kind of lays down a marker, doesn't it?
Definitely. I mean, you're looking at, we've had Phil Buckland get up there. Kevin Wakeland's always there and abouts in the positions as well, so he could probably go and give it a bit of a shake-up. I can't see his name on there tonight, so maybe
Kevin
he's
Wakefield
not on there
is
tonight.
on there, yeah.
He is? Okay,
yeah.
Where is
Kev's
he?
there. He's nobody set a time at the moment, but
he's okay. No one set a time, so he's at the top end. Yeah, so Kevin's getting in the muscle as well a bit there. This young new boy Thomas Donoghue, we saw a bit of pace out of him last week as well. So there's a few of these new boys that are in the AMs that we're still going to see where they're at and what they're capable of, and are they a full race concentration type person, or are they going to come in spurts? We don't know them as well yet, but we'll see it. And I'm looking forward to getting to know some of these new drivers, because tell you what, with 40, how many we got on there today, mate?
There was 38 last time I counted, mate.
38 last time you counted, so I think there's a few more events, so we could be right up. Looks like, we could be right up on 40, 38, 40, somewhere around there. Yeah, could be interesting.
Well, yeah, I think you're definitely correct on the interesting. Let's hope it's a little bit more calmer than Donny. If you haven't gone back and watched it, you should. Now, one of the things that's changed from round 1 is obviously we had the double race at round 1, 20 minutes and a 40 minutes. We're going into this one, we're going into a 60-minute race on 32% fuel. So they are going to have to pit stop. Are they going to have to make 1, or do we think they're going to have to make 2, though, Steve?
Look, I'd say 1. I'd say 1.
Are you sure?
I'm not sure, but I'm tipping on the 1 mark. I think that's roughly around where it will be, but we'll see. We'll see. I'm tipping 1, but look, I haven't been in the seat for a bit now, so I'm not sure. This is not a short track either.
No.
What's this track? We're looking at 3-point-something kilometres.
Yeah, 3.9.
3.9 kilometres. That's a long track. Yeah, it's not the shortest of tracks. 40 minutes.
I'm going
What's an
2.
average lap time? 2 minutes as well. So yeah, it might be a bit of saving near the end, maybe. Yeah.
Yeah, I reckon 2 because I don't know. I don't think they're going to be able to get there.
Yeah.
If obviously we were looking at they had 40 to 45, 50, then maybe I reckon they could probably get away with 1. But 30s,
yeah.
But 2% is pushing the boundaries of the fuel tank, I think. But look, hey, who am I? I'm not in the car. I'm the same as you up here in the booth, and I haven't driven this track in a GR86, so I can't really tell you what the answer would be. But I think at the end of the day, during qualifying at the moment, Sam Chapman doing what he did in practice. To the top of the standings in practice. He's taken to the top of the standings again, and he's done it by 8 tenths over Jackson Bringle at the moment. Sam been out getting a little bit of practicing?
Say again, mate?
Has Sam been out, do we think, getting practicing?
I don't know. I don't know if he will, but you know what? He's from what he said last week to us, he needs the practice. So I don't know. We'll see what happens with that. But what do you know about this track? Have you actually raced on here? Have you been on the track? I can't recall this track. I've got it in my system, but I can't remember racing it.
I have been
Where are the pitfalls? Where are the bits of the exciting bits?
I think that's the thing. I've been on the track in the car. You've got to be looking that if I can pick somebody up who's on their way. Let me see if I can find somebody who's starting a lap. So we'll go with. Where is he? Down in 19th. Who's that? That's Greggy Johnston. So we're on our way down the start-finish straight now. So we'll jump on board with Greg and we'll have a look. Now you've got this fast entry right-hander, which is all, and then they've got to go hard on the brakes coming into turn 2 to be able to get this stopped. It's almost a break and turn situation. And as we know, GR86s do not like that whatsoever. So they've got to go right to the top. That was turn 3. Now we're going to go fast down into turn 4. We've got a sweeping left-hander of turn 5, and it almost reminds me of one of the last corners towards Fuji, because you've got that sweeping left that just seems to go on and on and on and on and on, and then you've got to try and get it down into 6. It's always very difficult. We've got another fast run round to the right-hander here of turn 7 before we go into 8, so they've got to get on the brakes down into 8, get it wrapped round that corner, and now we've got this run up into 9. Now it's not a sudden stop, but it's not a sort of a fast right-hander. They have got to slow the car down, but it's not like a hairpin. It's more of a sweeping right-hander that's going to come back on yourself, so you can get it. Oh, Greg.
Whoa.
And
maybe you can hear us.
Yeah, maybe. Let's see if we can get the rest of the lap done so we can at least have a look at the rest of the circuit. But that's, again, one of the things you've got to look out for is that situation. So, again, here going into the corner with your brother, he's got to try and get it down and now get the sweeping right-hander through turn 10 coming into the left-hander 11. There's a lot of braking and turning, and it's always going to be difficult whenever you're asking a car to do brake and turn at the same time, and it's not easy by any shape of the imagination. Left-hander again. Now he's got this short little spurt up into turn 13, where he can then look at trying to go into the right hand. What is this with people not willing to finish the lap? Here we go. Let's see if Sam gets it done. Now we're going to go into the right-hander of turn 13. So again, you can see that there's lots of sort of medium stops, but there's no hard hairpins, that they've got to get it done. Through 14 we go, long sweeping left-hander that they've got to get on the brakes. Now we've got the stop at 50, which is the right-hander going in, and this is the final corner down the start-finish straight. So it's a flowing circuit. But you're looking at turn 3 would be a flashpoint, turn 6 only because it's a double apex left-hander and you've got to brake and turn, so that's going to cause a problem in the GR86. 8 and 9, if you get really good runs, you might be able to do it. 10, 11, 12, possibly into 13 might be the only next place, and then turn 15, and then obviously down at the long start finish straight. So there's a lot to this circuit and a lot of things that these guys have got to put these 86s through, but it's whether or not they've got, how can I put it, the skill set to put the 86s through what they need to go through to get around this lap consistently.
Well, mate, I'm tired just doing that one lap with you, so I don't know how they're going to do it. This track, by the look of it, for the life of me, I can't remember it. But I'm sure it'll come back to me as the race goes on. But from what I can see is it's going to be pressure and focus all the way through. It looks like at the end of every straight, there's some really good positions for trying to make some moves. After the corner, the hairpin at corner 1, 2, 3.
Yeah,
looks like a really good spot. 4, 5, 6, where their congestion comes into that hard left-hander, looks like another spot. End of the second straight, then the hard left-hander. Looks like there's a couple of really good spots where you can get yourself up and beside someone and get into a bit of trouble.
Yeah, that's the thing. You've got to make most of what you've got. And don't forget, these have got 60 minutes. So there will be back markers. We know that.
Yes.
We know there's going to be back markers. One of the things I am trying to pick up on is the fact that we have not got a time out of Ben Faulkner at this moment in time. There's no time.
He hasn't done as much practice as he wanted, or maybe, there's no rear of grids. I'm pretty sure that's what I heard on the radio at the moment. So there's no rear of grids. Let's see, where is he?
He's got his 31st.
How are these sectors looking at least? We can have a sneaky peek at his sectors. No, I can't do that at the moment either. Maybe he's making a choice and starting from back there somewhere. Don't know. We used to have one of the drivers or actually two drivers that early on in the 86 series preferred to start from the back of the field and would deliberately miss qualifying. And one of them actually won a championship like that, just by keeping it clean and coming from the back.
Yeah, it's possible. I mean,
yeah.
I think, though, with that kind of mindset, you've got to be very, very, very patient, right? Now, obviously, we've seen Ben get caught up in his own little ta-ta-tas throughout last season, and there was one last week as well. Has he got... Do we think it's in Ben's locker to have the patience if he is starting down in favours? Because he's not going to get a lap done, right? He's on his out lap at the moment. There is no way in about 2 minutes or 2.5 minutes he's going to get another lap where it's going to register a time, right? So is he going to have the mindset and the patience to come through the order?
Oh, look, I think he will. He's a fairly level-headed guy, so I think he will. Maybe he's just going to go down with a challenge for it. Will he be able to keep it clean all the way? I don't know. We have seen him come from back and do really well. We have seen him come from the back and have his spins where he's pushed it a little bit too hard. Maybe he's listening right now. Maybe he's going to be even more focused. So, I don't know. I think it's worth watching, that's for sure. And I think all the viewers out there, 25 plus, what's on Facebook, joined us to see how all these boys do. So, I don't know. Maybe they've just come to listen to you and me, mate.
Maybe, but I can tell you what, he crossed over the line with 1 minute 56 remaining. So if Faulkner's going to get a lap in, this is all he's got. He's got no other shot. This is the last go. This is going to be very, very close if he's going to be able to get this over the line. Ronald Allen's sitting in the purple there. Great job from him on that one. So this is it now. This is all that Ben's got, and we'll have to see how he gets on and whether or not he's going to be able to get a time on the board. We're going to see how he goes.
2 greens at the front end. He might be able to move himself up a few spots.
Going to be very, very difficult.
Daniel Byrne. 5th. That's
He's
not too bad. That's good.
Ben's called it a day. He's in the pits.
He's called it a day, has he?
Yep.
Well, there you go. Ben Simpson just spun it there. Kevin Wakefield's on a green pumpkin. Where else we got? Blake Fitzpatrick's getting himself some greens for the last pass out. He could probably move himself a spot or two. Ooh, Ryan Price has got himself in the lead position for the Pro-Ams. But have a look at these Pro-Ams, man. They're everywhere, aren't they?
Yeah, up and down the order.
Yeah, look at that. Thomas Reynolds, Ewan's top 3 in the AMs. They've obviously been doing some practice. It's interesting to see how mixed up it is down the back there.
This is going to be a very interesting development to see how some of these can come through, and I think it's going to be one of the things that we are going to keep an eye on and see if he can move, because obviously we've got to got to pay attention to Faulkner coming through the order. He's going to be down at the moment. I've got him registered at 31st place. Sam Christensen, if he stays in the session, is another one that hasn't got a time on the board. Chris Tomlin, Ben Simpson, Dan Batouche, Brendan Soper, Jason Depp, Phil Bucklands. None of them have got times. So there's going to be a lot of fast guys down at the back coming through. But again, they've got that 60 minutes, so we'll see how they get on. Go Grandpa Dougie, show the young blokes how to take the Apexes, old boy, says Ray Douglas. Okay. Mark Cochran, go Team Apex. Jordan Mead, Pringle #1 fan, and Jamie Davis. Howdy, boys. Good luck. Yeah. This could be an interesting on that run into
Jamie
free.
decided to give the 86ers a wide berth this season. They cost him too many penalty points. And it cost him his title last season. So he said, that's it. I'm not racing them this season. So he's on the couch. He's probably got his cat on his lap with a blanket.
Fair play.
And watching the race.
you do realise he's only here to listen to us too, right? He's not worried about the racing.
Yeah.
You know, it's just...
He's going to come for a chin wagon. Keep us some company.
Exactly. It's only our voices, Jamie. Don't lie. Don't lie to yourself. We know the truth.
So, exactly.
We're waiting for Blake Fitzpatrick to come over the line. He's going to go into the right-hander of the final turn. And then we'll bring you up the grid for this 60-minute race. There is only one race this evening, no reverse grids or anything like that. They've got 32% of fuel to master these 60 minutes in. So this could be an interesting, well, 1 or 2 pit stops. I personally think it's going to go 2. Steve thinks 1, but it's going to be a very, very interesting to see here as well. We'll just wait for the grid. Yeah, very tight.
How many of the boys in the grid didn't make the pits? Didn't make the lap? Was it about 15?
Yeah, there was quite a few of them. Right, here we go. Let's run you through the grid and we'll bring you up the no times there as well. Sam Chapman is in first with Jamie Christensen in second and Josh Houghton in third. Then Jackson Pringle rounds off row 2. Dan Byrne and Carl Lavery share row 3 with David Gallo and Tyson Hamner. Row 4. Then you got Dougie Gowans and the leader of the Pro-Ams, Ryan Price leading out row 5, Sam Katkazunis and Tony Baker rounding out row number 6. Going on in row 7, Blake Fitzpatrick and Thomas Donahue leading the AMs there. Great job with Ronald Allen and Mitch Noble behind him on row 8. Cam Hardwick and Shane Nowens on row 9. Then you've got Mark Cochran and Kevin Wakefield rounding out row 10. Wayne Edwards and Dean Sinkovic in row 11. Callan Hodgkinson and Josh King rounds out row 12. On row 13 is Shannon, I should say, get me words out and my teeth work, and Gordon McCulloch on row 13, and Greg Johnson and Russell Gander. Then behind that, you've got David Simmons and Stephanie Pickley rounding out row 15. Ben Faulkner, no time on the board. Adam Hughes and Sam Christensen, Dan Batouche, Chris Tomlin, all with no time on the board. Jason Depp, Phil Buckland, Ben Simpson, and Brandon Soper. Quite a few, Steve, didn't get time.
Yes. A lot of them didn't get time. We've got a massive grid to follow at the moment, mate. That is huge. 39 cars by the look of it. Well, it's going to be a lot of fun out there. I'm going to take the liberties and point my camera at our boy Ben Faulkner, and let's see how he travels through the pack, mate. I will give that on camera 2.
Yeah, we'll keep an eye there. I've obviously got to get on to the grid before we get this up and running. Dan Byrne from Carlin's Motorsports there, sitting in 5th. Jackson Pringle in front, Carl Lavery behind. A big shout out to Ryan Price for taking the Pro-Am pole, technically in 10th place. And Thomas Donahue got the AM pole ahead of Ronald Allen, who's right next to him on the grid. So that's going to be an interesting development once more here as well. So I think this could be definitely an exciting one.
Yeah, Jamie's tipping 2 off at turn 1. He wants to know what we think. I'm looking at that. Wow, have a look at that grid. That is huge. I'm thinking 3 off at the first corner.
I don't think turn 1, but I do think turn 3. If they go off at turn 1, there's some definite problems there. Yeah, turn 1 is that sweeping right-hander. So if they go off there, I'll be very worried. But I think going into 2 and 3 could be the main problem. You're going 2. Jamie, to be honest, I reckon if they can make it through, I'm going to go 3. But here we go. Let's see what goes on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Ladies and gentlemen, Shannon Toyo, GR86, round 2 from Circuit Navara is green, green, green. And it's Sam Chapman out in front with Jamie Christensen and Josh Houghton tucked in right behind Jackson Pringle. There you can see the spread of the cars across the track at the moment. It is absolutely flat manic, but it is Sam Chapman out in front currently going round turn 2. This is going to be the flashpoint. This is going to be, if we're going to see him off, this would be it. Here, let's have a look. Yep. Does everybody make
look at
it?
That amount of cars. This is what I love. All the cars 2, 3, 4 wide into a corner. This is what I love about the 86s. It's just a swarm of bees.
Nobody has been off. Oh, hold on. No, Josh King has just been off the side of the circuit there, unfortunately. Josh King the first, and on that one. So we've had Josh King, Mark Cochran. Where was it? That's going to be the question. And was it into turn 1? Oh, that looked a little bit early.
91 just called that.
Yeah, I think Josh was on the outside. Ben Faulkner's just gone. Oh,
he's got a bit of love there. So I think that was Shane Newans.
Jamie Christensen out in front at this moment in time as well. Guys racing down into turn 11. The left-hander here. They're the main culprits that have been off at the moment. Josh King and Mark Cochran. So, Jamie, I'll give you that. You did say 2. Fair play to your son as well. On the run up into 13 now. Great start from Mr. Christensen here, Steve. Got out in front. He's got Chapman behind. He's got Houghton behind that as well. So, there's a lot going on at the front at the moment with the Vermilion boys.
A lot going on. The Vermilion boys in the back as well, mate. We've got Ben Faulkner already up 16 places, with Sam Christian, his teammate, also up 16 places. These boys what we got here? We've got...
That's Jason Depp, I think. Depp, Simmons, Noble, Nowens, Wright, McCulloch, Tomlin, all got stuck in that one. And I'm wondering if that was just Jason losing on his own.
No, it's not. Oh, they've gone straight to the pit, so they've avoided the safety car there. Nearly had one, but they've gone straight into the pits.
He's gone up the inside. That's going to be a power down too early. Yep. And unfortunately, everybody
he spun himself, and Newman straight to him. Oh, and who was the other one that went straight into? Who was that? It's a Hammer by the look of it.
Hammer as well in there. Back out front, we've still got these guys running once more out in front. Houghton's got Pringle tucked up right behind him here. So we're going to see how these guys get on and continue the fight. You can see Carl Lavery mixing it up alongside Jackson Pringle at one point there as well. They're going on now through turn 8, the right-hander here, Steve. A lot going on for 60 minutes here, bud. And it looks like your brother's gone round here.
Again, I've told him not to go round.
Dude, he's poor little man.
I'm very, very interested to see how Kyle Lavery goes. He seems to have a bit of talent about him. We saw him battling with Mitch Noble last week and putting on a great fair run. Oh, did he get a bit of extra love there, Dean?
No.
Oh, Kevin Wakefield was very lucky he didn't lose his rear end then too.
No, I think your optimism on whether or not, Dean, that was slight little contact on the front. Maybe.
Oh, yeah, front. Yeah, front, but that probably was self-inflicted. He got a bit too close.
Kevin Wakefield joining him around as well. So, yeah, a lot going on.
Sarah.
Oh, Faulkner's. Oh,
very, very close. These boys they're picking really weird spots to try to go 2, 3 wide. Allow space around each other, and away you go.
Oh, there's another spinner there. That was Sam Kakazinos.
Oh, Sammy.
Sam Kakazinos going around there as well. Faulkner now moving himself up into 9th, up 22 places. Is Ben already, and we're only on lap 3, 4 minutes in of the 60. So we'll see how it gets on here as well. Let's have a look at the classes as they are currently. Ronald Allen leading the AMs with Ryan Price leading the Pro-Ams. Jamie Christensen leading the Pros.
I think I heard this correctly, but I believe it's car 3. 302. I don't see a 302 there. With a drive-through penalty, maybe it was 382.
I'm not sure on that one. I can't see
382.
Yeah, I can't see what they're
382. So Gordon McCulloch's got himself a drive-through for an incident earlier on.
Cam Hardwick going exit stage right there. Ben Simpson, unfortunately, looks like he's had a moment as well. So a couple of people getting it all a little bit wrong this early on. Jamie Christensen, no. And now in front with Sam Chapman, Josh Houghton and Jackson Pringle. Vermilion 1, 2, 3 and 4. And then we've got Lavery, and then we've got my boys, the Carlins of Dan Byrne and David Gallo sitting in 6th and 7th. Then Dougie Gowans. Well, Doug has got Ben up, well, literally up his retina, Steve.
I just switched my camera to that Dougie Gowans chase too, and you're just reading my mind, mate. I love it. The boys are settled in a bit now. The timing tower is still very, very close. Sam Chapman is points. Hang on.
Oh, Steve's got.
There's a no further action there for something they were called earlier on as well. 0.64, and he's stacking really close to Jamie. And everywhere else, we've still got yellow and orange all the way through, apart from a few little gaps.
How spread out do we think this is going to be come the end of the race?
Oh, mate, it's going to be pretty much. Let's go for every... well, there's 40 of them. There's every 100 metres, mate. There's 4 kilometres, 40 of them, so every 100 metres.
Yeah, I agree. I think
it's going to be a nice spread.
Yeah, I think you're going to be looking at that as well. Ben's chasing down David Gallo at the moment. Still can't quite get rid of Dougie Gowans behind. I don't expect the Vermilion boys to be fighting at the front end. I could probably go and have a look and tell they very much follow the leader at the moment. Christensen still following Chapman with Houghton and Pringle. It's going to be here or what Lavery's going to be doing with Dan Byrne, and whether or not Byrne's going to push the fact he's got Lavery in front of him and try and make that move. Does he need to make it 6 and, coming up to 7 minutes in though, or can he wait for the first cycle of pit stops?
I don't know. I guess it depends what their fuel strategy is at the moment. They don't usually have to fuel save on this, so I don't know. I think more tyres than anything here, because it looks like some of these corners are going to take a fair bit out of them. I don't know. I'd like to say just go flat out, balls to the wall, but I don't think they're going there at the moment. They look like they're looking after tyres and looking after fuel.
Would you change tyres? Now, normally the rule of thumb in iRacing is what I've seen previously. It is dependent on the circuit. It's around about 45 minutes whether or not you're going to be looking at changing tyres. Anything over 45, you might think about it here. The problem is this circuit is both ways. It's very right-driven, it's got left-driven, it's right-driven. There's a lot of left and right. So if you're going to change for one side, what side would you change? Or would you change all 4 if you really felt like you wanted to?
Historically, none of these boys really go for the changes, especially the boys at the pointy end. They don't. The boys down the AMs probably will, because they're the ones who are going to starting to feel uneasy on the tyres when those tyres start sliding. People like my brother who will start just spinning a bit more. So boys at that end will take tyres, but the boys at the front, they just power slide this car everywhere. I haven't seen the way. Perfect example is Jamie Christensen. He abuses this car. He brakes very late, very aggressively, and he lets the braking sliding through the corner. He gets the apex slides through. He's a perfect example of how this car should be driven. But the rest of them, they won't be able to handle the slip. So I reckon bottom half will change tyres, top half no.
Gallo and Faulkner battling it out here as well. They're on their way round the left-hander of turn number 6. Faulkner does get the job done over Gallo this time. It's now going to be his next. It depends on what Gallo does here, right? Gallo's got a situation right now where he can either use Ben to get himself up to Bernie in front of him. We've got David Byrne just up the road. So he's either going to use Ben to get up to Dan, and then they're going to, they could almost, I suppose they could almost sandwich Faulkner in and make it as difficult as possible, right? But, or he's going to go and attack him. Me personally, let him get him. Yeah, I'd follow. Follow him, get me up there, and then we'll work on you when we get together. You know what I mean? Two's better than one, right?
Yeah.
You know, that's what they say.
Have a look. Have a look at the stability of these two cars. Have a look at the way Ben's car's handling the corner and the rebound off it, and then have a look at the way the Carmen car does it. It's a lot more bounce in that rear end. See the way the rear end's dancing around a fair bit?
Yeah. That's
going to cost him a bit of pace. Ben's car looks a lot more planted and getting grip into those corners a lot more, whereas it's Gallo behind him. Gallo's is just a bit more on the bounce, and it's probably losing a bit of traction through those corners.
Yeah, we'll see how these guys can master this and whether or not they end up right near each other. Sam Christensen is here. He's got Blake Fitzpatrick, Tony Baker. Well, you can see how close Blake is. Let's be real about it. You can sniff his exhaust fumes at this moment in time. He's that close. Pushing him down the straightaway there as well. Round the right-hander, they're going to go. Coming into another right. And then that hard braking zone towards the end there as well.
That was
scary.
Oh, that was an aggressive way coming through that corner. That was a very risky way of hitting that corner too. He had him all the way up to the corner, really close to him, and then let him go and didn't decide to try to tag him earlier through the corner. It was like the risk wasn't there for the reward.
Yeah, they've got to be a little bit mindful. You know, we're only 10 minutes in here, but, you know, they've got to think, haven't they, that let's not do anything silly, right? Because you can't afford to do anything silly. Because at the end of the day, it's going to jeopardize your race, isn't it, if you start doing silly things this early on? How do you handle a 60-minute, right? Because I don't usually do 60 minutes. You know, I'm the only Englishman in a field of Americans going round in circles, right, on ovals, because that's what I like. But how do you handle 60 minutes?
Yeah. my 60-minute race is in this car is just stay clean and try to stay smooth. That is all I'm focusing about. If a car catches me, he's faster than me. I'll find if he's going to pass me, I'll let him pass me and I'll tag on the back of them. Anyone faster than me passes me, I'll tag on the back of them. So for me, it's about staying clean all the time in these sort of races.
I think that's the thing. It's like anything, right? You know, it's like basically what I do in ovals is, especially this week where we've got some of them at Daytona, you know, start at the back, let's try and stay as clean as possible and let everybody crash out in front of you. But I think consistency is the key of a lot of racing, you know, being consistent. There's no point being consistently inconsistent because you're not going to be doing yourself any favours. And I think overall, some of these drivers have got to look at certain things and say, right, I'm here now. You know, Blake's sitting in 11th place. He's got a Sam Christensen. We know how far Sam can be on his day. And he's got Ryan Price that Sam's still, you know, holding him behind. So is it really worth Blake going for the moves over the guys in front? You know, Blake Fitzpatrick, Tony Baker. Is it worth pushing for Sam or following Sam?
Oh, look, I would keep the pressure on purely because Blake's following an AM, yeah? And he's got an two AMs in front of him. So just keep the pressure on, but I wouldn't go too close, taking too much risk. Force the error if you can. Just put the pressure on, and then come through. Because at the moment he's comfortably. I mean, he's got pressure on behind him, but he's got a long way to go. So there's no need to go crazy over there.
Yeah.
The boys behind him are catching them though. Ryan Price is doing extremely well. He's 2 seconds off these boys, but he's got Cam Hardwick, Dan Bartouche, Mark Cochran, Wayne Edwards, all following Pricey through there and doing a great job of it. Because Xenos and Noble are having a bit of a battle there. So there's battles going galore everywhere across the thing. People out there, if you want to see anyone in particular, let us know how they're doing or what they're doing.
Lavery.
Shannon, right, I'll put him on my screen so you can have a look at him. One of the boys is asking how he's going.
Lavery and Dan Burr's just got up the inside of Josh Yalton. I don't know if Josh has made a mistake, but he's just lost 2 places. He did. He ended up going off the side of the circuit to Josh. And unfortunately, he's lost 2 places. Well, he's lost more than that. He's lost 3 places.
Ooh. Whoa. That's not a way to do it.
No, Pringle, Byrne and Lavery all clear Josh as he races to come back onto the track. Watch that rejoin, dear sir.
His entry was all right.
But unfortunately, he's lost 7 places there. Yeah, he has.
Yeah.
Now he's got to go through Lavery again.
I've got I've got Shannon right on the bottom screen. The boys are asking to have a look at them. We'll keep switching away. Thomas Donoghue, next big thing. Thomas is he's not a bad driver. I'm not sure if he's the next big thing, but at the moment he's 5 places down from where he started. Our biggest mover and shaker is still Ben Faulkner and Sam Christensen, both up 24 places. Next after that is Dan Bartouche, up 18 places.
Oh, Houghton's going up the inside of Byrne into turn. Unfortunately for Danny Byrne, that was literally done into turn 8. And he's just unfortunately lost that position. Is he going to come back at him again? Looking up the inside. 15 minutes in, 45 to go. When do we think pit stop, Steve? Are we looking 20, 25 minutes, do we think?
Yeah, I'm thinking around there. I reckon around 25-minute mark. It's a big 25 minutes. That's 12 to 13 laps, 12 and a half laps, 13 laps, somewhere around there. Around lap 13, I'm thinking.
Well, we'll see how he gets on and see if we can get the pit stops round about that lap. 32% on a long racetrack. I reckon it could be within the next 3-4 laps, I think, before we start seeing people coming through. And these battles still raging on. Sam Chapman still up in front with Jamie Christensen. And now they've obviously swapped places because it was Jamie in front of Sam. So the leads have swapping here as well. Jackson Pringle 5 seconds back. Carl Lavery behind that. Joshua Houghton's got Byrne and Faulkner closing in. Gallows on the left with Gowans closing in behind him as well. A lot going on already though, Steve. And then just gone under the 45-minute mark remaining.
Yeah, 100%. I've got Dan Bartouche's battle. You've read my mind again.
Yeah.
Down across there. And he's having a great little tussle there with Callum Hodgkinson and Thomas Donoghue. Callum is he's yet to settle for this series. I know we're in round 2, but he didn't have a flash one last round. But it looks like he is
there's a big
starting to move his...
who
was that?
Cam Hardwick.
Yes.
Big load of noise in my left ear there as Cam has gone round. That's
I heard it too.
Yeah. Right round in front of Dan Bartouche, Callum Hodgkinson and Thomas Donoghue. So these guys are now locked together here. There's a big old slide from Cam as well.
He got it. He was lucky he got it back too, and he just managed to get across the front of these boys without actually getting in the way on his rear entry. So it wasn't a bad job at all. The lap times have really spread out now. It looks like Jamie Christian and Sam Chapman are doing the team thing up front. They're only like 3/10 apart, so they're just cruising along. Everywhere else is really gapped out. Josh Horton, Daniel Byrne, Ben Faulkner have sort of got their own little fight going. We've got Dougie Gowans chasing down David Gallo still. Callum Hodgkinson across Hammer. Then you've got Tony Baker, Fitzpatrick fighting there. Callum Hardwick and Ryan. And my brother chasing down Wayne Edwards. So the boys there are going pretty helpful ever. Then there's a bit of a gap, mate. We're looking at, well, you've got that in categories now, so it's probably not right. Gordon McCulloch has got himself 14 seconds off. There it is. That's back fair for me.
You see these guys now going down into turn 1. Ronald Allen has just lost the lead of the AMs. Unfortunately, he's gone round, but that has put him right behind Thomas Donoghue. So Ronald Allen, unfortunately, making a mistake on the circuit there. Ben Faulkner did clear Dan Byrne, so be interesting to see whether or not how much. Well, was there a defense from Dan, or was there just he got held up? There was a slow car, unfortunately, right in Dan Byrne, and he had to stop. And then by that point, Faulkner was right in front of him. Not a lot he can do. Simpson, Depp, Simpson, and Nowans look like they've had their own little moments as well, Steve. So there's a couple of others that unfortunately keep going off as well.
Yeah, we had 2 cars that didn't take the grid, and that was Brendan Soper and Phil Buckland. It's such a shame. Both of them have been doing some great stuff out there of late.
Oh, Jason Depp, unfortunately, looks like he's gone round again.
Look at this 2 wide on the bottom screen. Again, Callum Hodgkinson chasing down Bartouche. Putting a lot of pressure. This bottom screen has got they're all within a couple of tenths of each other. So Callum's got 5 tenths. Hardwick is just past Donahue. Donahue's right on the back side of him, side by side, looking into the brake zone. Is he going to hold him wide? Can't see it. He's off my camera.
Donahue's got to be... the problem is he tightened up 9, didn't give him the greatest run out. We're on board with Ronald Allen at the back of this pack that's down in the bottom right hand corner, so we are looking back and seeing what Ronald Allen's looking at coming into turn 13, the right hander now, and on the brakes he's gonna go yowzers.
Just pulled it up.
Yeah,
that cost him a bit of time. Look how much time that cost him then.
It was definitely a lot there. We've got Carl Lavery under attack with Josh Houghton tucked in behind him as well. So Lavery sitting in 4th place at this moment in time. Still managing to hold on.
Line. What's he doing with that racing line then? That was a bit strange. He made that real shallow across the apex and gave... who's that behind him in the Vermont?
Josh Houghton.
Allen. It gave Allen a better run on, which has got him right up him now.
Yeah, Josh Houghton's tucked in right behind Carl Lavery, coming down into the right-hander of 8. This is where Lavery's got to look for a decent run before Houghton turns around and says, thank you very much, I'm on my way, son. He's going to get, I don't think he's going to get it down into 9, the right-hander. He's not going to get it this time. I think he's going to wait for Lavery to make a mistake to see what and how he's going to make this overtake. Going around turn 10 now, left-hander of 11. Here they come towards us. Into that left-hander 11. Houghton still putting pressure on Lavery. Nothing done there yet.
Nice pressure.
Yeah.
Nice pressure.
Oh, he's tucked up.
Nice pressure. Callum Hodgkinson finally made his way past Dan Partouche.
Houghton's
and
gone.
now he's starting to slowly get away.
Houghton's gone up the inside of the turn 13.
Did you just see how much air he got?
Yeah, he got the job done as well. So fair play, Josh Houghton on that one.
Yeah. I don't know how he's held that car from fully rotating because he got a lot of air in that corner. Oh, did you see how close was that? Who was that behind Josh Allen? Behind
Faulkner.
Lavery then. He's just, was that Ben Faulkner, is it? Oh, he's in a different livery tonight. He's in the grey livery. And he just missed the rear end of Lavery then.
Yeah,
look at this. Keeping him close, Don't let him get out wide. Nice little... That's good defensive work. So you get over-under going. Both into the hard pressing right. Oh, it's Faulkner's back on the top of them. They're going to go 3 wide for this corner. Faulkner is going to tuck in early. Is he going to go for the gap? No, he's closed it for him.
He's got to go in behind
teamwork going on here.
Yeah, Lavery's just been unfortunately, well...
He's boxed in.
Yeah, he's just been done by the two of them.
Nicely. Yeah, that was well. That's what you call good team racing.
Yeah, as soon as Faulkner got in behind Houghton, you know it was game over. Lavery had no hope.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. As soon as Faulkner got in behind Houghton, he should have. Lavery should have tried to stay behind Houghton as much as possible, not go for the move at anywhere silly, and then just sit there, because as soon as he did that, Faulkner said, "Thanks very much, mate. You've opened the door up. I'm going inside, whether you like it or not." So,
yeah, correct. They just allowed him to box him in.
Yep.
I've had that done to me before, and it's not a pleasant way of getting past. Let me tell you.
No, we've got Tony Baker and Blake Fitzpatrick. They're battling away for the Pro-Am lead. So these guys still continuing in that Pro-Am fight. You can see there. See how they get on and continue this fight. This is one of the closest battles. We've had Simmons, unfortunately, looks like he's had an incident. Gordon McCulloch, it looks like he's another one that's also had an incident as well. So Gordon McCulloch there, unfortunately, having his own little problems this evening. We won't compound that young man's misery compared to what's going on and keep showing it. But yeah, see how they get on in the Pro-Ams here. The Ams were Thomas Donoghue, Ronald Allen. Allen was out in front. He was quite far ahead of this. And now he's obviously made that mistake. And now he's obviously tucked in right behind it. So this could be an interesting one as well. Donoghue, next big thing in esports, watch out for this guy. Sometimes people could come onto a scene and they can make a splash, but the splash would be for Donoghue, would be putting it up in 10th place in the middle of the Pro-Am. So as much as Jared, I love your optimism and your positivity and everything else about Thomas Donoghue. we've got to look until he starts putting it top 15, top 10 regularly. Then we might look back and say, all right, this guy's got something. But he's about on pace where he is at the moment, isn't he, with the guys in class around him?
Yeah, he's right about where he is at the moment. Unfortunately for his cheer squad, Dean has just been passed by his teammate and by Josh.
Cam again, same corner. Cam,
has he done it again? Has he?
Yeah, with big old smoke come out and a big squeal in the heroes right there as well. Unfortunately for Cam Hardwick. He's got to get turn 3 right. That's twice now he's made that mistake. The good thing for Thomas is he's put Cam between him and Ronald Allen. So Allen's now got to sit there and think, do I pass Cam? Do I wait for Cam to pass Thomas? And then I can go back at Thomas again? Or he's got all of these faults going on as well as driving this difficult circuit. So poor old Ronald's got a lot of choices to be making here, unfortunately for him.
I think the pits are about to start, mate. Because I think I just heard Stephanie Piccoli saying pitting in, but I could be going a little bit deaf. We are at lap 13, like we predicted. Somewhere around here would be the pitting starting. So let's see what happens.
Oh.
Yep. No. Jason Depp is in.
It's pushing and pushing. Did that crash going into the pit lane, or was he just very, very... Oh, please don't tell me you've done that. Or was he just very, very slow?
It's very slow, yeah. So the pits are starting. So Stephanie Piccoli is pitted. Jason Depp is pitted. They're the first two to come in. That's who I heard. I heard Steph call in, I am pitting.
Yeah, they start coming through. Where we're at, lap 13, 14. So, you know, I'll give you that one, Steve. You're all right.
Yeah.
How does that feel?
Look, mate, I'm they just call me Nostradamus.
Oh, give me the lottery numbers for next week, mate. I can tell you that much. Right, Alan and Donahue back together. How Hardwick said, I've had enough, I've gotten. So Hardwick's got through. Hopefully he can get turn 3 right. Oh, and like...
who's that going wide?
I can't answer that question. Possibly.
I think it was a back marker, yeah?
Yeah, I think there was a back marker in there. Cam did get it slightly right, but also got it slightly wrong there. Dougie Gowans is going with Tony Baker behind, so Dougie's just separated the Pro-Am leaders, because obviously we've got Blake Fitzpatrick is a Pro-Am, Baker's a Pro-Am. They were fighting out. Gowans just said, well, unfortunately, you've now got me in the middle. So Dougie Gowans is now sat in the middle. Oh, but the boys here once again. 33 minutes to go.
I think my gut is telling me his focus is going on the open wheelers because he wants to be fighting in the Super Formula Open Wheel Nationals at the end of the season. So I think maybe his focus is a bit more across that series than this series. And this series is a bit more fun for him, this one, because generally we're used to seeing Dougie in the top, I don't know, top 8, somewhere around there.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's normally at the top of the standings. I tell you what, Thomas, you're even not doing yourself very much favours here attacking Cam Hardwick, because you are leaving yourself open to Mr. Allen behind you. So as much as I love your gusto and you know, your oomph that you're trying to get it in, oh, you might be all right now. There you go. Yeah, Hardwick's in.
Being spun again.
Oh, don't. I'm not compounding your brother's misery any longer, unfortunately.
Baker's in, Hardwick's in, so they've both started to pitch. I might just try to pick someone else that's out of his battles here and having a bit of fun that can entertain us.
Dan Byrne, Cole Lavery are having a nice little ding-dong up in 6th and 7th. We've got Faulkner, Pringle, Chapman, Christensen, all from Vermilion in front. We've got Dougie Gowans and Fitzpatrick down in 10th and 11th there, Steve. So you're more than welcome to have a look. Or the AMs in Donahue and Allen, who's now got Mitch Noble, has just joined them there as well. So Mitch Noble's now onto the back of the AM.
For Mr. Fitzpatrick and Dougie there, because they're having a good little tussle there. The gap between them is only a couple of tenths. We can always switch them around a bit later on. I can't keep showing my own teammate, so I didn't put Mitch Noble on.
But good job you're not showing your brother. We were at a Benny Hill compound, weren't we, of your brother going round, unfortunately.
I can't give him a bigger head than he's already got. He already thinks he's better than me.
Oh.
And I said that's just because I'm not racing at the moment, bro.
Just turn around and say to him, mate, you know what I mean? Come on. We've called you Spinovic up here in the booth after the first 2 rounds. There you go.
Well, I think the problem is he's used to it.
Oh, what is going on here?
Here we go. Ben Faulkner, Josh Hunt. Here we go. We've got some pits going in the early spots. I might just put my cam on.
What were they doing?
Faulkner and the boys are all gone in.
I don't understand what that entry was. Who else has gone in? That's Burns in with him. I think that's Christensen went in as well.
Yeah, a heap of them going in. Gallo, Christensen, Faulkner, Fitzpatrick, Gowans, Lavery, Horton, Byrne, all of them going in. And now they're slowly coming out. So I've got my camera on Mr. Faulkner.
Watch this. Look, this is going in. This is in the pit lane.
Yeah.
Kyle Lavery either got a great run there through the pit lane or everybody else was just meteorically slow. They all check up in front. Watch, look. There's a check up, check up, check up, check up. Lavery says, well, hold on a minute. What you all check? Who is that in the 110 car?
110 is
Ben Simpson.
Or number. Yes.
So Ben had an issue going into the pits. That put everybody else bunched up behind him. And Carl Lavery said, well, if you're all going to stay there, I'm going to, Sebastian Vettel it and go down the inside of you all while you're all going slow. So Carl Lavery put himself in a great position.
Or a Verstappen and just race you out of the pit exit.
Yeah. Definitely. Yeah. He's not had a good time, this poor old Max, is he? You know what I mean? Let's be real about it.
Yeah, look, he's gone back to his petulant ways, I think. Yeah. Once the car pace isn't there, like having a 10-second lead, the petulant ways come out again.
No, I did see they banned it from sim racing now.
Slamming the brakes under his own teammate down at the Hungara. Was it Hungara? Or was that part? Yeah, it was Hungara. No, it was not Hungara. It was the Uzbekistan track. What's that called?
Oh, I don't know, mate. Off the top of my head, I haven't really followed F1. I just saw this weekend's race, and then I saw a video about Red Bull banning him from sim racing on weekends of F1 because he was up till 3 in the morning playing iRacing in the Spa 24-hour while in Hungary. So apparently now Red Bull have turned around and said that he's not doing it.
Chapman, Christensen, and Pringle are all in the pits. Chapman and Jamie are coming out now.
Faulkner's already pitted.
Let's see how they come out of this. That's Faulkner coming across. Are they coming out in front of him? Yes, they are.
Yeah, they're already out. So Pringle's out. Chapman's down the road. Christensen's down the road. So Faulkner is locked in 4th. Lavery's behind that. Gallows, is he going to clear Callum Hodgkinson? I think he is. So the top 9 are as they were on that one. Stan Christensen in there with David Gallo behind him. Dougie Gowans, who's still got the Pro-Ams. Now, that went the other way. Baker's jumped Fitzpatrick. So Baker is down the road in front of Fitzpatrick there as well, probably because Baker had a 2-second 45.25 pit lane, where Blake had a 47.33. So Blake did lose about 2 seconds there on that one. Thomas Donoghue still out in the AM lead. That is Cam Hardwick behind him. So Donoghue still leading in the AMs at the moment. We'll have a look at the standings to see what we mean. So you can see Donoghue still leading the AMs. Baker has jumped Fitzpatrick, and Christensen is still in front of, I believe he actually jumped Chapman. He did. He jumped Chapman in the pit lane.
Yep. And we've got the back boys, Greg Johnson, Kevin Wakefield, Russell Gannon, Dean Sinkovic, they've all just come in and out of the pits as well. So that's pretty much the whole grid now pitted, except for Brendan Soper. Brendan Soper and Phil Buckland aren't racing, so we won't count them. But that's the whole grid gone through now. And we have 30... What is it? No, we don't. We have less. We have 28 minutes left, 27 minutes left. So this is a sprint to the finish now.
It is currently at the moment. I want to pick up. Now, we were talking about this man earlier on, and I believe it was Jared there in the YouTube chat as well. 41-second gap he has got over Russell Gander in the lead. So either somebody at an absolute awful Ronald Allen had an absolute awful penaltied pit stop there with a 1:38. So somebody was speeding in the pit lane, stop and go, and he lost 40 seconds to the man he went into the pit lane with.
Oh, he must maybe sped in the pits. Sure,
yep.
Must have been
speeding in the
either
pits.
that or his entry into the pits. Yeah.
Yeah. Either way, he's lost 40 seconds, and Donahue now in the top 18. We did say
That's going to hurt.
Ronald Allen there is going to be in trouble. He's going to try and make his way through. However, Lavery and Houghton are back together again after their pit stops. Lap 18, we've got 25 minutes to go. And these guys are continuing to fight it out. We're in that one for 5th and 6th as Houghton just goes up the inside of turn 8, which is exactly what he did the last time they were together.
This is very true. We've got, just to give the viewers a bit of a scope, the pro component of this series is 14 cars. In the pro-ams, there's 11, and in the AMs, there's 13. So there's a fairly good split across all of them. Everyone's fighting for their bits of tarmac.
Well, they're all having a right little go there. So let's see. They're fairly spread out, really. We've got Joshie Dan Byrne is in his own little fight with Christensen and Gallo. Then behind that, we've got Donahue, who's not fighting for position. We've got Josh King, who has just gone past Tyson Hamner, but that's because Hamner is sat in the barrier.
He's in the wall.
Yeah, he's in the wall.
Is he hooked? I think he's hooked.
No, he's already broke.
The barrier,
he's already broke.
What's he done?
Oh, he's already broke. What did he do with... Oh, turn 3.
Looks like the front end was gone on it.
Oh, Hardwick again. Oh, they both did it.
A spin we've got there by Hammer. Oh, that wasn't Hammer spinning. Who was that spinning?
Hardwick again on turn 3 again. This guy can't even buy a thing. What? He can't buy an entry into 3. He spins back. Bang.
Oh, that is so unfortunate. Oh, so unfortunate. That car's going to be toast, Cam. That car's going to be toast.
Did Hamner have anywhere to go here? He's clutching in. Oh, he was already sliding as well. But he had, did you hear?
Okay.
He was clutching in. Listen, as he comes into the entry, clutches now.
Yep.
So he's just free rolling. Free rolling.
No, you can't be saving fuel.
He is.
Oh my goodness. That's a lot of fuel saving to be done there.
So he free rolled into the corner, had no power to get round the corner, and couldn't avoid anything because he still had the clutch in. Wow.
Oh, the safety car. Safety car is out. Yep, safety car is out.
Well, he's not. He's in the pits.
Oh, it says safety car is coming. It's got it on the screen.
Oh, here we go.
Here
there we go.
Yeah.
So the safety car is on his way. I'm wondering if that was for Hamner's situation.
Yeah, either way, it's going to bring the action back to the race.
I agree. Good luck for the next 20 minutes.
It's gonna be crazy.
Don't doubt him, fellas. Number one. Yeah, I'm not saying Thomas has not the skills, mate. I'm saying it's gonna not be this season. And you know what I mean? That's all I'm saying, Jared. I don't think it's gonna be this season.
Yeah.
If he wins the AM Championship and comes back as a Pro-Am and does the same again, and then Jared, I will sing his praises with cheerleaders. I'll even put on a cheerleading outfit for you and send you a video. But it won't be this season, mate. It won't be this season.
I ain't putting no cheerleader outfit on, mate. No,
come on.
No, more like I'd butt the camera on by accident.
I'll sit there and say, give me a THOMAS for you, Jared, there as well, if it happens. There we go. Right, safety car's out. Hammer's gone back to the pits, so that's fine. We kind of knew that as well. I was a bit concerned about the fuel saving and about the fact he had no engine control over his car, which could explain why he was already going sideways. Now, you may look at me and think, James, what are you talking about? He was not going sideways. If you have a look here with this, he was already out of control at this moment in time. So he's already come around the corner. Mind you now, he's got no engine. All right, he's clutched in here. So we know he's already clutched in. He's coming into what is effectively turn 2. Again, he's got no engine. Hardwick's gotten too close to the guy in front. And that's caused...
the front sliding on him already.
But if you have a look, now look. So look, Hardwick's gone. He's sliding now. He's sliding now, and bang. So
that was just was that Swan Lake?
Yeah, they were both at it together here, and it's just one of those things, isn't it? And they were obviously just sliding together, and they unfortunately both went off the side of the circuit, and unfortunately went off.
You know what, JP? I'm just watching the boys doing wave arounds, and I'm just watching these silly boys weaving, trying to keep their tyres warm while there's a wave around happening. I just can't wait for one of them to hit one of the wave around cars and watch the shit hit the fan. Because
we saw it, didn't we?
There's a wave around. You should be just sitting still, drive behind the safety car, and that's it.
I agree. Wave arounds for me, mate. I'm just going to the left-hand side and stay there. Not do anything silly, because let's face it, the wave arounds come in at an absolute rapid rate of knots, don't they, right? They generally are hurtling past you to get round. And if you're out there doing anything absolutely ridiculous like that,
yes,
you could end up getting absolutely annihilated, as you can see with this wave around coming around.
Well, here comes a wave around. Let's see who's going to be weaving and who isn't. It'll be interesting to see what does happen at one point. I can just see it happening, but anyway, the boys have stopped weaving now. Good, maybe they're listening to us.
Yeah, it would make more sense.
Like my Swan Lake one, did you? Rear grip rolls are not fun, no. And these cars, once they break the rear end traction, they're I mean, these guys at the very front have got a great job of sliding them through corners and stuff like that. But if you're not that experienced, you break the rear end, it's so hard to catch on these cars.
Yep. Unfortunately, we've said it though, haven't we? Throughout, probably last season and this season, rear-wheel drive is difficult. Difficult when they start going because you've just got nothing over them there to try and control that.
Yeah, there's no like big aero downforce or anything like that. Some of the traction brakes, and you see some of the setups on some of these guys, it's really soft rear ends. They can handle the bumps, so that doesn't help either. You get that go. Nearly got done there. Who's that being waved around? That's Wayne Edwards. I can't see. It's in the.
That's not
Wayne Edwards.
Yeah, Chris Tomlin, ECR.
Chris Tomlin. Yeah, Chris Tomlin. We're missing a few regulars. We're missing young Delaney tonight.
No De Bono either.
Yeah, De Bono's not here either. De Bono won last night in the Formula 3s. He had a tough race in the rain. So he did really well there. Maybe his focus is on that because that's a major championship at the moment too. So I think some of these boys are going to go for their strengths with some of these championships at the moment. So this one here is a title battle from top to bottom as well. So big nights. Even tomorrow night's GT3 has got a big grid too, mate. So that's not going to be an easy one by any means. And let me just have a look at my tally. So we have, oh geez, these boys have been busy. I'll tell you what the tally is at the moment. So at the moment, we've got in the GT3s 43 cars registered. So no picnic there at all. 51 registered 86s. Formula Super Lights 57. V8s on Tuesday 43, a V8 on Sunday 40. And the Legends, the new little thing that Hamish wanted to do with the little Legend cars on all these random tracks for a bit of fun. They've got 26 cars registered, 27. So that should be a lot of fun tomorrow night as well.
Yeah, should be interesting.
This is the last wave round. Whew. Tell you what, this is a long track, mate, to have this many safety car laps.
I agree.
What do we got down? We've got down to 15 minutes
Only
left.
15 minutes to go.
I'm pretty sure that we've spent 4 minutes under safety car already.
Yep. There is the Warren Brown safety car in the Mercedes. So,
No more wave rounds by the look of it. They're all done. So we can see on the timing tower, there's a few pros tonight that have really struggled. Doug Gowans, Callan Hodgkinson, Mitch Noble and Sam Kutakazinos. They are the ones that are really sitting out of their natural position. Everyone else is really top, bottom, and middle.
Yeah, but as you say, for Dougie, maybe he's focused on something different.
Possibly.
Should be interesting to
see.
And
he's also the new admin for the Formula Superlights as well.
Oh, okay. Better play to him.
So any of you viewers out there got someone in particular you want us to show you, someone of particular interest, a team that you're shouting out for, let us know. We'll put them on the second camera, and when the race gets going, you'll be able to see them.
When are we going to be getting going, Steve? Because we're on our way to another lap.
I'm pretty sure this will be the last lap.
We'll keep an eye on. Keep an eye on there as well.
I've got my ear onto the race controls comms, so I should hear it when the lights go out. They're still weaving, so the boys haven't been told safety car is coming in. What corner are they on at the moment, JP?
They're up in the top part of the circuit, so they're going into currently turn 12.
Safety car lights out, and he's pulling away from the field. 038, Jamie Christensen has now got control of the field. No more weaving through the field.
There
we go, safety cars in the pits. So Jamie has full control now. He can choose when he wants to go. And we have 13 minutes left at a pace of just under 2 minutes.
Go. Oh, the guy coming out of that corner.
We've got a spinner in the back of the field that's spun
Ben
off
Simpson.
and just pushed back into his spot.
Poor old Ben Simpson on a bit of a rough one. Here we go now.
Hang on.
We're not going.
We've delayed the start.
We're not going.
We've delayed the start.
We're not going. Aston Davis Racing,
we've delayed the
everything
start.
simulated cars. In what way, dear sir? Let me know. We are going.
That's the team. That's a team name.
They are going. They are racing. We are up and running.
They are. I just heard him say slow down. Okay.
I thought we were delayed there, but no, we are up and running. Christensen out in front with Chapman, with Pringle, with Faulkner, Houghton, Vermillion 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Not that, they're the dominant team in this series at all. Carl Lavery tucked in right behind him, and Dan Burns, Sam Christensen, David Gallo, Blake Fitzpatrick still leading the pro-ams. Are we going or not? I'm so confused here, Steve.
No, we're not going.
We're not going.
We're not going, no. No, we're not going. We are holding. There has been a spinner in the back of the pack during the last few corners, and the spinner went off track and then decided he would resume the position he was in originally, and someone has called in saying he's come off the track, he's gone back onto his own position.
Is it that one? Don't really know. Right, so we're not going. Sorry for the confusion, guys. We were going, now we're not going. Are we going this time around, Steve, do we think? Is the safety car even going to come out for this?
I'd say to my race control team, if you can give us a bit of bit of a tip maybe in the main chat or with the utility on screen. We'd love that.
Give us something. As well, I know we're fully professional on the SRW TV channel, guys. You know, don't worry too much. We know what's going on, Steve. Don't we?
The Tweedledee and Tweedledummer.
Yeah, no clue what is happening at the moment. I've got to be honest. We were going, then we're not going. We've got no safety car out on track. He's still in the pit lane.
Yeah.
We could do it. Well,
Okay,
we could do with somebody.
045 has got himself a drive-through penalty. 045 is who's that? 045. Who the hell's 045?
I don't know. Right. Oh, there's the spinner. They're going to delay it again. Surely Dougie Gowans has just gone round.
04 has got himself, Tony Baker has got himself a drive-through. He must have been the one that spun and came back on track. So Tony Baker 04, he's just relinquished the top step of the Pro-Ams with that incident.
Steve, they're crashing up the straight.
What's he doing?
I have no idea, but I'm sorry.
What's that?
I think we need to get hold of RC because that was just chaos. We had Gowans go round in the background. We had Hardwick go and stack it on the pit lane on the start-finish straight, and I believe we are green. For how long? I cannot answer.
We are green. We are green. There has been a few incidents called at the back there, but I can't quite hear who's what.
That's a little bit messy, I've got to be honest. Cam Hardwick was the one on the straightaway here. I think they all just checked up, and I think this is the problem. Look, everybody's still checking up. This is all of them.
Yeah, because they're not allowed to pass before the control line. And he's, to avoid him, he's gone right and gone straight for the wall. Oh, I'm sorry. There's not much you can do about that. You have to avoid a collision at all costs and be aware of that situation.
Was that just pure confusion because of what was going on? You know, we've had that in F1 where Grosjean went absolutely hurtling, and next you know everybody's checked up and he smashed into him. Was that confusion of what was going on?
They knew what was going on. We didn't because we can't quite hear them, but they knew what was going on. And by the look of it, that Cameron Hardwick got a lot of pace out of the corner and had to avoid impact, but had to also...
What is absolutely... We got. That's going to be another safety car. He's on his roof.
Who's that?
That's right. That's not
Steph
right.
that spun?
Who is on their roof? That is Wayne Edwards.
Someone spun right in front of Wayne and got Wayne up in the air. There's been a whole heap of cars that have gone through. You know what? And it's not even raining, mate.
Mate, I don't get this.
It's not even raining.
Look, they all kick off in front, right? One goes round. Here we go now. Round, round, round. Edwards bang. And then, unfortunately, over he goes.
Yeah. Cold tyres. Safety car restart. Yeah.
Yeah.
The it's one of those things that's just there's a lot of innocent bystanders in that. A lot of innocent, and you know what? It's probably one of the worst corners. It's that tight hairpin. So there's nowhere to avoid. You come around a corner, you're blind, and you go straight into the cars out of there.
Right, so where are we at the moment? Well, Faulkner's having a go at Chapman on the inside going into turn 9. So they're still battling it out side by side. I'm completely off my flow here now. I lost what completely hell was going on during that little bit of period. Round turn 11, they go. Faulkner again's meeting contact. There's a Pringle in the inside. So the Vermilions are going for it now, which is great to see. They're having a right little ding-dong. We got the Carlins behind them, Gallo and Byrne. We got the Blake Fitzpatrick still leading the Pro-Ams with Dan Batous. That's great to see. Donoghue still leading and in the top 15 now. in the AMs, but he has got Carl Avery closing in right behind him. So a lot of action still to come. Sam Christiansen's been off the side of the circuit as well. So Sam, the brother of Jamie, has unfortunately not had a good one. Faulkner's got Chapman and Pringle tucked in right behind him.
And it looks like we've got a fair few people, fair bit of damage there. We've got Cochrane, King, and Hardwick that have been in the pits now for 1 minute 30, 3 minute 22. So they are trying to get back online, I'm hoping. Ronald Allen and Jason Depp both have also got, Jason Depp has pulled the pin by the look of it, but Ronald Allen is still sitting there for 2 minutes as well. So there's going to be a damage out of that last incident.
Yeah, we'll let RC sort that one out there. We'll see how they get on. But Faulkner, Chapman, Pringle, let's hope they go and battle. What are you laughing for now?
The catastrophe of errors in after that safety car was just a cluster, and it's just unfortunate incidents when a corner comes blind like that and it happens. But the communication tonight between us and RC has been non-existent. So I'll have to have a chat to the boys to see what we can do about giving us updated info somehow.
Yeah, well, normally they're giving me on the race control app, aren't they? They haven't contacted me to say it hasn't been working. So I don't know. I'll get the details to him after again and see what's going on, because obviously there's a lot happening that we don't know about.
So we've got a fair few Vermilion boys up the front there leading, followed by the Carlin boys.
Yeah, there is the Vermilions, and we got Joshy Alton's being dropped off just a little bit. So there's Josh, but he has got the Carlins of Byrne and Gallo closing in on him. Chris Tomlin and Tony Baker are having a battle down in the Pro-Ams at the moment. They've got Kevin Wakefield and David Simmons from the Pros. Donohue's in the pits.
Yes, Donahue is serving a black flag, and so is Mark Cochrane. So I think Mark was in the incident where he lost control coming down the straight. I'm not sure what Donahue
Oh, this is going to be interesting. I don't know, but this is going to be Donahue coming out the pit lane right in front of Simmons here.
Yes. So the gap is going to be very tight.
Nothing, because they're there. This is the lead battle in the AMs, and at the moment, David Simmons leading the AMs with Kevin Wakefield and Thomas Donahue behind him. So Donahue got himself a drive-through and now lost the AM lead. Oh,
David
steady.
Simmons is leading. Well done. Bit of pressure going on all over the place again. The boys are starting to get battles again. I'm going to go down to Fitzpatrick. And you don't have me there. Good. Fitzpatrick's got a nice precision of cars behind him that are fighting for some major points as well. So Fitzpatrick's got Dan Bartouche with 33 seconds. Callum Hodgkins catching him. He's a second down. But after that is Ryan Price, 0.41, and Mitch Noble is 7. So they're fighting like crazy across them too. Yeah. Let's go Tomlin. Where's Tomlin tonight?
He
is in 21 position. So he is currently sitting in...
This pack we're looking at on the screen. Donahue's trying to go around the outside of Tony Baker.
Another drive-through. Tony Baker's just got himself a drive-through.
Oh, well, Tony's in 5th in the Pro-Ams.
Yes. So he's got himself a drive-through for an instant responsibility as well, which is going to change the order a little bit.
Well, that's going to bring Donahue in with Wakefield and Simmons.
Yes.
So Baker should effectively take his drive through, well, this time. Well, I suppose he's got, yep, he is, there we go. So that's released Donahue now to go after Wakefield and Simmons in that AM fight, right? Then we've got the Pro-Ams of Batouche and Fitzpatrick in the bottom right-hand corner. And then we've got the Pros of Christensen there as well. So there's still time for things to develop, right?
Yeah, 100%. You've got a really tough battle there with Simmons for the AMS title, and then you got Blades Fitzpatrick and Dan Bartouche fighting for the Pro-Ams. So we've still got top step of each class fighting like crazy. David back Fitzpatrick will be leading them all around his toe. Yeah, he is. He's basically, or they've split up a little bit, but Fitzpatrick has got 0.6 on Dan Bartouche, but he's 5 seconds off David Gallo.
Right, Barney's not waving, so we're not on the final lap. So it means Jamie Christensen must have just got there by the skin of his teeth here. We've got a minute, and he's got about 4 corners to go. Round the right-hander they go. So Christensen, well, it's going to be very, very close, but we'll see how much more. We should have effectively 1 more lap coming out of this race, guys. So Jamie Christensen there. We've still got the millions battling. Well, we're battling behind him. Oh, steady.
Wayfield's just got passed by Donahue. Donahue's got himself between himself and David Simmons for the second step for the AMs. But we still got a killer fight on the bottom screen going with Bartouche and Fitzpatrick for the top step of the Pro-Ams. And then the bottom, here's the white flag, as you predicted. And the AMs is a 3-way fight, so that's even better.
Yeah, 3-way fight there. We've got the Pro-Ams on the bottom right-hand corner. It looks like Jamie Christensen should effectively take the win, bar any major dramas. But it is going to be this battle here. That's Ronald Allen in front of them. And it is Ronald Allen. He's a back marker that was fighting for the front, but had his own little ta-ta-tas, and unfortunately there is now going to get lapped by his championship buddies as these guys continue to fight out on what will be the final lap. Christensen on his way now, round turn 8, leading into 9.
It has been nothing but excitement all the way through, and all sorts of weird little incidents as well tonight.
Oh, Donahue, Simmons side by side. Is he going to try and go around the outside? Donahue now. Simmons has got to be brave. You've got to send it in deep, son. It's a pick 'em up, stick 'em in your pocket moment. Don't worry that they're there. You've just got to use them and go in deep. Round turn 6 they go. Hold it, hold it. Oh, Simmons did manage to defend that position, but for how long, Steve? As not being rude, Donahue's looking very swift here.
He is looking very swift, and he looks like he might get it on the over-under afterwards. As we were talking just then, at the same time, exact same time, Blake Fitzpatrick and Dan Bartouche were side by side. Bartouche had the nose ahead, but Blake managed to get his nose back in front, and now he's leading to the last few corners again.
Be brave, but Jamie Christensen's going to come over the line. He's going to take the victory here on the overall. Then it's going to be Ben Faulkner. Sam Chapman behind that one with Jackson Pringle. Now this is the battle for the Pro-Ams, and it looks like Fitzpatrick's going to get it, as he's going to run down to the line now. Blake Fitzpatrick does take the victory in the Pro-Am. Right, what is going on here? Right, Donahue's now got fury.
Kevin Wakefield has swapped again, so Kevin might be able to get it. No, not quite.
No, I think Thomas is going to get it. Yeah, I think Donahue's going to get it. Simmons is sending on the inside. Oh my dearie me!
He's pushing wide.
He did. God, David Simmons didn't come by the post office. He come by FedEx. He'd come from that far back. He did going into that one. Donahue there goes over the line. Stunning job from Thomas Donahue. God blimey. I'll tell you what, Simmons wasn't by my postman. He was by my 747 at Heathrow Airport. He'd come from that far. Jesus.
Yeah, he got dropped in. He got dropped in like the UN relief basket, mate. He just landed in there. Oh my God! And it amazes me how we can. It amazes me how we can have such an awesome race, and then still the last few laps, the last few corners, these boys are fighting it out and showing us some action right till they cross the finish line. Oh, hats off to the lads.
Yeah, Fitzpatrick, Bartouche at the Pro-Ams with Ryan Price getting third there, and of course we saw Donahue and the ever-flying 747 that was Simmons coming into the final corner, and Wakefield there finished. I tell you what, you can see what Simmons was trying to do, right? He just thought, you know what, knickers, I'm going for it here. Look at it. Yeah, here he goes. Oh. No, I'll tell you what, that was the pass attempt of the race there. I'll tell you, absolutely flying for Simmons. What do you think?
You've got to give it a go, don't you?
Mate, we said he's got to pick him
one
up.
stamp left.
Yeah, and he licked it, and he just...
One stamp left, lick it and stick it.
He had a go. That's all that matters there as well. Fair play to him.
Oh, man. What a night. What a night. For the race control's benefit, we'll have Jamie Christensen, Ben Faulkner, and Sam Chapman to the green room, followed by Blake Fitzpatrick and who's our AM winner? Is it
Donahue.
Dave Simmons?
No, Donahue got him. Thomas Donahue.
Thomas Donahue, please.
Yeah. Right, Jamie Christensen is your winner with Ben Faulkner in the second and Sam Chapman in third. Then you got Jackson Pringle, Josh Out and David Gallo and Dan Byrne there. The Carlins boys close together. You see you got Vermillion 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then Blake Fitzpatrick took the win in the Pro-Ams with Dan Batush not that far behind him. Callum Hodgkinson and Mitch Noble in 10th and 11th. Ryan Price rounds off the Pro-Am podium. Then you've got Carl Lavery and Dougie Gowans. Not great for them too, but I'm sure they'll go away and reflect on what went on. Dean Sinkovic, they're in 4th in the Pro-Ams. Great job. He ended up sniping his way back through like a little ninja that he is there, because we just saw him go round a couple of times. So well done to Dean on that one. Then you've got this Thomas Donahue, David 747 Simmons, and Kevin Wakefield there, rounded out the 1, 2, 3 on 16, 17 and 18. A great job from them. That battle was absolutely awesome. I've got to be honest, absolutely love that one. Chris Tomlin in 19th place on that one. I'm sorry, David, if that nickname sticks there. Russell Gander in 20th, then Gordon McCulloch, Tony Baker finishing out 22nd, Shannon Wright, Greg Johnson and Stephen Pickley 23rd, 24th, 25th respectively. Shane Nowen, Sam Katkazunis. Then you go into the one lap down guys of Wayne Edwards behind that one when it wants to move its way. There we go. And then we got Jason Depp, Ben Simpson, Ronald Allen was 3 laps down, Sam Christensen, Mark Cochran, Josh King, Cam Hardwick, Tyson Hamner didn't finish, and then the guys obviously in RC and Phil Butler and Brendan Soper never took to the start. I think you can safely say that between the Pro-Ams tonight and the AMs, that was kind of where the movement and motion was, wasn't it? Because they were literally having a right little humdinger, weren't they, as they were going through there?
Oh yeah, they did not hold back at all. You know what? Humdinger is the right word for it, because that sender is still stuck in the back of my mind. That was unbelievable. I'll tell you what.
That was just absolutely insane, wasn't it? I'll tell you on that much. It was incredible. So fair play to them guys. We have got some guys waiting in the interview booth as well. Who do you want to go with first?
What do we got? Thomas, is he in there?
No, David Simmons is in
there. Not in there at the moment.
747 Simmons is in there, if you're going to have a chat.
747 Simmons is in there. We don't really want second and third, do we? But if Donahue's not going to make the doorway, we might as well talk to Simmons then, and get moving for the night, because otherwise we'll be here till Greenwich lunchtime.
Yeah. All right, let's bring in. Yeah, there we go, guys. We have got the man who finished second in the AMs, David 747 Simmons, sent it like a jet on the final corner. Didn't quite make it stick there. David, welcome into the booth, buddy. How are you?
Oh, good. First time. So I didn't win. I didn't think so.
No, you came
there. Second, mate, but that's all right. We'll chat to you.
Mate, we'll have a chat to you anyway, partly due to the fact that last corner, what did you just think? I'm just going for it whether he likes it or not.
Yeah, pretty much. But I realised I did touch him. I thought, no, I'll back off. Yeah. So, well, I just kept my nose clean and when else crashed. Yeah.
What did you think when you woke up and just, you're out on track and then all of a sudden you're leading the AMs?
Oh, from about end of last season, I was absolutely crap. I had a shocker. Then now, I just stay on the track. I think that's the key. Yeah.
Staying clean and staying on the track.
Yeah. I just saw everyone taking past me. Yeah. But when I realised what was going on with all the safety car and all crashes and everyone getting taken out, I thought, here I am. Yeah. I knew I was in the top 3. So.
Excellent,
Yeah,
mate.
yeah.
Dave, who gets you on track and supports you, mate?
My own business, Wiper Pool and Spa Services, and Archery War. I run as my own business.
What's the pool company called?
Wiper Pools.
Wipeout Pools. Where are you based in Queensland?
No, Cambridge and New Zealand.
Oh, you're a Kiwi.
Yeah, I'm actually an Aussie. I grew up in Darwin, but my wife's a Kiwi.
Okay. I didn't know they had swimming pools in New Zealand, mate. No, I'm only joking.
Keep you pretty busy.
They're family bathtubs.
Yeah. No,
Look, mate, congratulations on your podium step. And we absolutely loved your 747 landing into the doorway in the last corner. And I hope you had fun. And good luck next week.
All right, thank you. All right.
Cheers, mate.
Oh, mate, we got to get that. We've got to get his name changed on the thing now, haven't we? You got to put David 747 Simmons on there.
We get Donahue in.
Yeah.
maybe I'll get admin to change his car number to 747.
Oh, that'd be awesome as well.
How are you, Thomas?
Oh, mate. All right. That was intense.
Is that your first race in SRW?
No, I raced
second.
last week as well.
You did last week? You went under my radar last week, mate. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I don't know how to drive in the wet.
Well, you took 2 second
How did
places
you
last
enjoy
week,
that?
mate.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, it was good. I don't know how I'm alive after that. I was doing some dive bombing and I was getting dive bombed, so that was good fun.
Oh, so you deserved that last one then.
Oh, I don't know if I deserved it from 400 meters back, but yeah, I knew it was coming because I sent one on the earlier in the lap, but I didn't hit him as hard.
Okay.
So you did make contact. You just didn't hit him as hard as what he did when he sent it on you.
Yeah. Oh, no hard feelings.
Oh, mate, that was just absolutely epic. We've nicknamed him David 747 Simmons. He come from that far back. It was absolutely incredible. Oh, that one there as well. But, listen, great race from you. Doing well. Now, I want to talk to you. Do you know a Jared Marshall?
Yeah, he's a mate.
He's a mate. Next big thing in esports. Watch out for Thomas. That's what he's told us, Thomas. What are we expecting?
I mean, he might be a bit ambitious, but we'll see. We'll give it a crack.
Well, that's what I said to him, mate.
Bit of a bromance going on there, JP. Bit of a bromance.
Yeah, why not? Hey, why not as well? Thomas, thanks so much for joining us, bud. Absolutely amazing victory. Anyone you want to shout out before we let you go?
Yep. Just the team sponsors, so everything simulated, RSW graphics, and yeah, obviously we're Valve Esports, so cheers.
Awesome stuff. All right, bud. Well, good luck, and look forward to seeing what you can do next week.
Yep. No
Okay.
worries, boys. Catch you later.
All right, there you go, Steve. Who do you want to have a chat with next then?
Well, we've got Blake, who's the Pro-Am winner for the night. Let's grab him in then and have a bit of a chinwag. Mr. Blake Fitzpatrick, congratulations on your podium for the Pro-Ams for round 2, mate. How did it feel out there, buddy?
Fuck. Sorry, boys. Very good. Just caught me off guard. Wasn't ready to come into the green room. I was the first one in here. I've been ready for 5 minutes and then I got distracted. Yeah, it was good. Good fun. Good racing.
Well, the battles were pretty good. You had Bartouche there hunting you down for a fair while there and swapping and changing. He has come down from the pros down to the Pro-Am, so he's right on that cusp there. How'd you find the battles with him?
I think he's good. I think more pros should be in Pro-Am. Or I should probably be in Pro, but yeah.
Well, don't
he was
speak
good.
too loud.
Elbows out on the last lap to make sure he didn't get past me, but I noticed he closed a pretty big gap pretty quickly once he got some fresh air.
So how did you enjoy this track, though?
Track's good. I'm pretty sure it's fairly new, so it's not a track where someone can come in that's been driving it for years and just dominate. Sort of everyone's on even playing field, so it's good.
Yep. Do you drive with your the green line on or without it?
Come on, Sinker. No swear words in the broadcast.
I don't know. Don't ask me that.
Hold on.
No, I know. You've got a special pass. It's all right. You're good. You're fine.
Hold on a minute. As a conspiracy theorist in this booth, right? You didn't say no, Blake. You know, you just twisted it.
I don't use it. I don't use it. I just use the other cars in front as
what braking
markers and barriers.
As my brake, I just use the gazer in front of me.
Exactly.
I'll be the first to say I always use the race line.
I think it's good to learn a track, but you probably actually what's the word? It's detrimental, like, because you're looking at a piece of green stuff on the middle of the track. There's a lot of other stuff you should be
looking ahead to corners and stuff.
That's right.
Yeah, like, you build bad habits. Like, I've found turning it was actually SRW V8s at Motegi last season. I turned the racing line on for practice because I'd never driven the track, and straight away it's like it doesn't position you in the right spot or anything. I don't really think.
Yeah, I think the problem is
agree.
it's not
it stops you from looking into the corners.
Yeah, it's not a progressive
Turn it off
line.
and top it out for a couple weeks, and you'll be all right.
Yeah,
you just got to develop new habits, I think.
I agree.
Yeah,
Steve's just
might
got
be
to
the
man up a
consideration why I spin. All right, Blake. Who gets the Pelicans out on track, mate? I think I speak to PER boys through the week more than I speak to anyone, JP.
That's a good thing.
Yeah.
Make Becky happy. We got one stop. We got Dubby, Lake Edge, of course, our main sponsor. And I'm probably forgetting some, but it's been a long day.
I love the fact he's trying to find the sponsors.
Thank you to anyone that's. Yeah, can you hear that?
Yeah, I can hear it, Blake. Don't try to. You're trying to click
we've
the
got
ball.
a cheat. We've got a cheat sheet in the Discord that I'm trying to get up really quickly. Yeah, thank you to anyone that's on the car and anyone that helps me get on track. I love you all.
Oh, dearie me.
Thank you guys. Have a good night.
And you, man. Take care.
Cheers, buddy. Take care and speak to you next week.
Oh dear, poor old Blakey there didn't get his sponsor list up quick enough, did he? He was clicking in the background like absolutely frantic to try and get that right there, Steve. Oh dearie me.
We didn't give him a breathing room either, did we, mate?
No.
Do we want to grab all three of these boys at the same time?
Yeah, go
They're
for
all
it.
team, mate.
They're all yours, son. Go for it. You want to talk to three? I've tried that before. It never worked out quite well for me. So you carry on that one.
Get him out of here. Start with the team owner, Ben Faulkner. Mate, I'm going to have to change the name of this race. It's going to have to be the Shannon's Vermilion Toyota GR86 series. How did you go, mate? From all the way to the back. Where did you come? Was it 25 places? What did you do? I just want to look. 29 positions, mate. And you didn't spin it this time like you did last time in the rain.
Yeah,
Was it that much fun?
Yeah, it was really good fun. Yeah, I enjoyed it.
Yeah. Jamie did say last week he was going to take one on you, and I think Sam did as well. He said he was going to take it to you as well, but Jamie managed to come through with the goods, but Sammy, no.
No, I got eaten up by Ben. I was hoping there'd be no safety car. We fuel saved the entire first stint, Jamie and I, so that we could do it. But it wasn't to be. He was right on my backside, and that's never easy.
Well, mate, he did give you a 29k head start.
Oh yeah, he did. But that's what we need with Ben, right? So, but it's not a 29 car head start when the safety car comes out, bunch you back up again. So. That's all right. That's okay. Onwards and upwards.
Yeah. And Jamie, how did it feel out the front there, mate? You had a few positional changes, but once you got out there, you started clean sailing again.
Yeah, at the start of the race, I think I took the lead at turn one, I'm pretty sure. Or it might have been the corner after. But I was just trying to drive away from Sam the whole race, but the tow was a bit annoying. So he was keeping up and able to fuel save, so it was close.
He did a great job keeping behind you because he was pretty much 3 to 4 tenths behind you for most of the race. And then when you did get away, the safety car brought you guys back together. I did think at one point we're going to see a Vermilion ding dong because you guys are getting really close to each other in the last few laps.
Yeah, we were. There was a bit of side by side, but no, it was good. We got away with it. But I had a bit of a side by side. Jamie, you had an easier last few laps. Yeah, I think there was a bit on turn one where we all sort of came in on different lines, and it was a bit dicey, but we got away.
Was that Ben? Was the team principal sitting there amongst these three boys, thinking, "Boys, you're going to settle down"? Were you guys all in disco at the same time, mind you?
We were without Jamie. Jamie was by himself.
That's all right, because Jamie talks too much in the chat anyway, so you're lucky.
When I was behind, I was hoping Sam wasn't going to battle me, but we had a good battle, and then Jamie just pulled away. So it was, other than that, it was a good race.
Excellent, mate. Well,
a good battle. It was a good battle.
Boys. It was a great little battle. Congratulations coming through the pack, mate, for 29 cars. That was an absolute sensational drive, mate. Nice and clean, and no incidents. It was great. Who gets the Vermilion team on track, mate? And there's bloody heaps of you.
Do you want me to go for it, boys?
Yeah, I think you're the expert, aren't you?
Okay. Well, we've got Vermilion X coaching, professional coaching at an affordable price, high-mo setups, Vermilion Motorsports, Verb Designs, Supernova Motorsports. Shout out to my dad, and shout out to you boys for a great race and stream.
Well, me and JP, we're just the furniture here, mate. You guys make all the action and bring all the viewers in, and we thank you for that because it's been an epic night again. JP, anything to say before we kick him out?
No. I think Ben needs some ballast. That's it.
Need some ballast.
Yeah, I think we need to ballast his car or something, or check the computer. I don't know. Investigating.
Yeah, check the computer.
We're going to put him in automatic, mate. We're going to take the manual off him.
Yeah, or find out his address and chop his internet. I don't know. Something. He's just too quick for everybody. But well done, boys. It was great racing.
Thanks, boys.
Thank you.
Anyway, lots of fun, Jeds. Thanks for coming in the room. We thought we'd bring all three of you in because we know that you all don't mind a bit of a chinwag, and it's probably the quietest I've heard Jamie in a long, long time. So well done to the team boss for keeping him so quiet.
Thanks, boys.
Thanks.
All right, take care, lads. See you soon.
All right, as we stifle these out here as well. Oh, there we go. Well, that was fun.
What a night.
I know.
Yeah. It was a lot of fun. Bit of action. We had that one corner after the safety car sticking in my head where Stephanie Piccoli spun, and I think it was Wayne Edwards went on the edge, and then Deanie in one car, then another one hit another car. That was probably the downer of the night. But apart from that, the battles were fantastic all the way through from top to bottom.
Yeah, there was some great racing there as well. You know what I mean? Fitzblake taking his win in the Pro-Ams. We've got Donahue taking his first win of the year as well. And he's looking very swift down in the Ams. Ben not taking a win. Big shocker out of everyone, to be honest. Front page news, really, when you look at the hindsight, how well he's done it. Well, come on, Steve. Last season's champion dominated it. Goes to the first race, Donny. Takes 2 victories there as well. Comes to what you would presume would be an easier circuit. Mind you, he did start at the back. All right, we'll give him that. And he gains 29 places, but still doesn't win. So there's a lot going on this season. And I think if these Vermilion boys can keep this up.
He made up. He was only 4 seconds behind Jamie Christensen in the end, so that's not a bad effort coming back from 29th positions.
Safety car though, Steve. Safety car.
Yeah, that's true. The safety car did bunch them up, and then Jamie did pull it out again. So hats off to Jamie, and he also got the fastest lap of the night too. So Jamie did a 155.999. Ben's fastest lap was a 156.116. So there's just over 1/10 of time there difference. So maybe Jamie is going to really throw the gauntlet down and take the team principal out and beat him for the title.
Yeah. Oh, the winds of change on their way into the GR86 from SRW TV. Well, we'll find out next week as we head off to the Algarve International Circuit. So come and join us for that one, guys. It's been a great evening of racing. I think you can safely say that once again. And that is going to wrap this one up once more. As always, guys, thanks so much for joining us. Everybody in YouTube chat, don't forget to like, subscribe, turn on the bells, and do all that other fancy jazz. I've been JP. I've been alongside Steve Sinkovic once more, and as always, take care, have a great week, and you never know, we might see you on a track sometime. Good night.
To Total One, this is amazing. I was clash heads again. This is like Chaz Moskin and Cam Waters, almost the same situation. Better contact going down to the hill. Sam Noble wants to snip on Dave Coleman now. Sam Noble bottle right now because tell you what, Breeze 10